Okay, so let's go through it. This is the Global Labs. I am TheChilliers. How are you guys doing? Friday, December 22. They're coming from the Research Institute. That is very good to know. Straight into additions and changes character. Through today's patch, the defense judgment and status abnormality (CC) of each class have been improved. First, in the case of defense judgment in PvE, some classes whose hunting was unstable due to the lack of front guard were upgraded, and in PvP, stability was improved to be applied the defense judgment effect during certain movements to the entire movement, such as warrior. In addition, the defense judgment are added. The status effect of some of the skills have been changed to maintain the number of skills with the Shua CC and increase performance. We try to reflect the suggestion made by Adventure in regions as much as possible in each content, while also focusing on maintaining an appropriate line to prevent certain classes from being overloaded. We will continue to check on the performances on the skills. Although this patch is an overall upward adjustment, there will be an impact on PvP in particular. I think people will enjoy small-scale battles such as 1v1. Will be somewhat disappointed and concerned because many of the gaps during the battle have disappeared. However, we have prepared each class to perform better in various situations, including multiplayer battles. So we ask for your understanding and understanding. Understood. As you've been waiting for a long time, this patch will be applied immediately next week on the 27th on the official Korean server. However, it's determined through testing the additional improvements are needed. It may be applied over a longer period of time as is class related. We will handle it as much care and as weight as possible. So yeah, they are fixing CCs, and I guess in many cases they want to clean up all of the gaps, or many of the gaps, so there is no gaps. I feel like that's a good thing, but then you have to take away a CC because you might, I mean, talking about the protections here, of course. They're trying to fix the protections so you can't CC people, right? But I feel like that's a good thing, and then they can take away a protection if they're like 100% protected. Take away a protection, you know? They don't need to have it like just because you're fixing the gaps here, and then it becomes like 90, 100% protected. They don't have to have it 90 to 100% protected. They just take away a super armor, you know? So hopefully they think about that when they do that. Changes to warrior, main weapon, succession warrior, transmission. Yeah, so they're changing a few of those like protections right there. And with like moving around while being protected too. Awakening as well, okay. Sork. Succession and awakening. Ranger. That is the old global lab. We're going through the new global lab right now. Circer. It's a lot of things to go through here for sure. But the most important thing about all of this is like they're going through the movements and the CCs, and if there is gaps in the protections and stuff like that. More of a PvP change than a PvE change. Yeah, it's a lot of classes for sure. The reason why I'm not reading about this stuff is because I don't really know about these classes. I know about LAN. So I'm just gonna scroll through it a little bit like this so people can pause in the video if they wanna read about it. Fighter. There's a lot of things on the striker right there. Stick. Column. Column. So this is the LAN, right? So let's go through it. Hey, what's up, Caleb? LAN succession, all status abnormality effect applied from suppression, and 3-point rating skills have been changed to only apply to monsters. I have no idea what that means. But okay. Transmission, river, red sword dance. Probably deadly dance, right? Hmm. Super armor effect on prime. Crimson sword dance have been applied. No. So this is the succession. Never mind. Succession skill. Okay, so super armor while using skill. Super armor effect of the long distance skill have been changed to apply for the first hit. Yeah, I mean this is a LAN thing. Like many of the skills could be unprotected on the first or like second hit, or like on the skill, and then like it goes into like a forward guard, or it goes into like a super armor. That's like a LAN thing. Awakening LAN. Forward guard has been added to New Moon Dance. Blood Moon Twist. Okay, knockdown effect have changed to apply the player's successful hit with the cutting technique. Okay. A bound effect have changed to apply onto monsters hit the entanglement chain skill. Piercing hearts, bleeding hearts. Modified. Okay. Issue with the description. Okay. Hey, what's up, Attilas? Yeah, we're going through the global labs right now, so just going through this. When it comes to all of these classes that they have, they've written about this stuff right here on all of the classes, right? It is about CCs, and it's about protections and gaps. And the thing that they want to fix is they want to take away some of the gaps. It's definitely going to make it way harder for people to like kill other people if they don't have a grab. So in small scale, it's gonna make it worse, unless PA takes away a few protections. Like I'm all for this. I'm all for fixing the gaps in protection chains or whatever. But you don't need to have it so the character has a like 100% protection, right? Or 80% protection. You don't need to have a class being like that. if you were to look at a combo that they throw out or something like that, it is actually not good when they have too many protections. So yeah, we are scrolling through most of these stuff because I don't understand all the classes here. I'll upload this to YouTube whenever when I'm done here. So that's all of the classes right there. Content. Guild League. Friendlies are starting soon. Guild League is a PvP content up to 15 versus 15 where guild can compete against each other using pure combat power. When the friendly league is activated, guilds to have applied to participate are matched with each other, and up to 15 guild members who want to battle can participate a battle against the matched guild. This guild league was prepared with a hope that PvP content can be accessed more casually and enjoyed at the same time. It may be burdensome alone, but you rely on your guild members and work together and enjoy going head to head with opposing guilds. I hope that the fundamental enjoyment of PvP together can be increased. The stage of the battle takes place in centered areas around areas where field wars frequently occurred in the past. Of course, this combat method cannot replace the feeling of field war that we know, but we hope that many guilds that have never experienced it yet will be able to experience a little of the taste of the field combat while playing Black Desert. In addition to this friendly competition format, we also prepare content that will further enhance the reputation of guilds with excellent teamwork and skill. I think this is amazing. I said it many times. This is so cool. I love this. A more structured PvP GVG. This is GVG. It's a GVG mode, and what they mean here, where field wars frequently occurred, they mean like people used to set up like GVGs as Star Send, for example, and that's why they're gonna have like a Star Send map. So that's what it means. I think this is amazing. S-tier song. I don't have any sound on right now. So yeah, the Guild League, DVG, Guild information window, how to participate. You can apply from 10 to 1. Matching is completed every hour and every 30 minutes. If you apply at 14:15, match will begin at 14:30. That sounds good. Depending on the order you apply for matching, you'll be guaranteed the right to be matched more quickly. That sounds good. Rules, minimum 10 to 15 people. Match duration 20 minutes. 2-minute waiting time to start. To be honest, if you already have to wait 15 minutes before you start, there should not really be a waiting time to start. There's no reason to have 2 waiting times to start, in my opinion. So they can kind of take away that and put like a 15-second, like before the game starts. Yeah. Victory condition, when someone score 1,000 points, 100 kill. Yeah. Resurrection. There's no limit of number of resurrections. Yeah, so it's just like you just hammer it out, you just kill people. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So they have yeah, exactly. So this is like at Sand Grain Bazaar right there. This is in between Etheria and Olvia. There's like a bridge right there. Sequoia Underground, Star Sand. Yeah, I like this. I think I mean both of these are gonna be just straightforward, like platoon versus platoon, just like go straight in and just hammer it out, right? This one you can like stand a little bit on the rocks right there, get like elevation and stuff like that. I think there is some variety in these maps, which was the thing that I cared about the most when it comes to this. Is like they have to have different maps to have different terrain, and that's pretty important. You have to have different terrain when it comes to like the map making here, like different kind of strategies and how to play the game. Like that's very important when it comes to PvP in general. I need to join a guild. Yeah, I mean, this I'm very happy about this. This is amazing. Yeah, we open for you. Well, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I think it's very good that they added something like a real matchmaking kind of a thing. And especially for GVG because you had to set that up on your own otherwise. So it's always good when PA can help out a little bit and make like a little bit of a system for that, you know? So I really like that. Dungeons. Ataraxian Advance request was one of the inconvenient parts when creating a season character and proceeding with the Ataraxian as a party. When we preparing a strategy with the adventurer who is new to Ataraxian, you can now enter Ataraxian without completing the prerequisite quest. So you don't need to do a quest to go into Ataraxian. I'm presuming. This is a prerequisite prerequisite to develop an entry function through the Ataraxian UI, not the stone chamber of the ancients, and is an improvement made to quickly provide convenience. However, in order to prevent beginner adventurers who are completing the main quest in the stone chamber of the ancient from entering Ataraxian, the minimum conditions such as leveling were maintained. So they just taken away the quest, I presume, and they also make it so you can just teleport straight into the dungeon instead of going to the stone chamber. For a long time, the hidden space of the ancient stone chamber collapsed and was revealed. Even without completing the Ataraxian main quest, you can now enter the Ataraxian by interacting with the Tree Bray gate. Tree Bray. Tarry Bray. um, yeah, okay. Only adventurer qualified to level 60 or higher. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Base energy increase 30 to 50. So this is for new players. The base energy value of the family created to begin with the adventure has been increased from 30 to 50. Existing adventure max energy level will also be increased by 20. In addition, the energy consumption of knowledge can be obtained by consuming energy in the Balinos region, where many adventurers starting a new adventure begin their journey for the first time, has been increased by 20. We hope that this will help beginner adventurer or taking the first steps into Black Desert and to learn more about the world by adapting to gaining more knowledge in various places. So everyone gets 20 more energy, and players start at 50 now. That's what it means. Basic energy value of adventure been increased. Hidden space of the ancient stone chamber collapsed, spread through Valencia. The amount of energy consumed required in Balanos had been reduced. Okay. The change in the energy consumption too. This only applies when knowledge is acquired through interaction. Okay. Yeah. Akman Temple History Ancient Ruins entrance. So they opening up the entrances here, as you guys can see. I don't know if you guys knew, but they had entrances all along. This always been a thing. Like Akman had an entrance at the side of this mountain here. If you guys haven't done the exploration, history also have is usually the place where you could like bug yourself into history if you did a thing that I never said. I never said it, but they had entrances like this, okay, and they are opening them up so you don't need to find a teleport to teleport yourself into one of them, and the reason for that is because they're making a little bit later they adding the lantern to Histria and Akman. So yeah, I guess I summed that up instead of reading about it, but okay. What is this? Akman Temple History Ancient Transporter? As the entrance to the ancient ruins reveal, the ancient transport appeared and disappeared like a mirage in the Great Desert. The ancient transport device moved history and Akman Temple have been changed to distinguishable without completing the... Oh, so you don't need to complete the quest. Yes. Fuck yes, I knew it. That's why I never did the quest, because I knew that they were gonna take it away. Big W. Big W. So I guess they leave the teleports still in the game, even though they're gonna open up so you can run down into history if you want to. I never did the quest out of laziness. Yeah, that's exactly what I did too. I mean that's the thing that I didn't do. I didn't want to do it because I was just too lazy to do it. But it's like, why would you have to do a quest to? I mean that was just, or whatever. Hunting ground information UI has been changed, providing the direction of Akman and history. Yeah, that's good. Finding a way of the desert is only possible if you're using a compass. Yeah, that's good. Desert and ocean improvements have been made to display location, direction using compass type items in the desert and the ocean. That's good. However, you must have a compass. Yeah. Yeah, yep. Nice. Trade, product, exchange information. In the island areas of the morning and land morning. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, this is a long one. Processing certificate. Processing conditions such as heating and thinning that requires knowledge, training, skill, certificate to be processed have been deleted. According to the related knowledge of some of the quest names, content have been changed. Wait, changing the name? I thought. Wait. I thought that they deleted it. It's good if you do delete it, because like they already done that a few other times, because it's like it's just BS. It's like you have to do a specific quest to be able to, like, I don't know, to make a pure iron ingot or something like that. Like, well, who cares? Who cares? You just get enough processing level and you can do it, right? But to find a hidden quest in the game and to do that, and I could be misinterpreting this, of course, but that's not good, right? So it's good that they take it away. But I don't know why they change, like they changed the name here. I'm confused. One quest per family to be completed, blah 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 blah. Okay. The Lakita area has been opened to the Black Desert Research Institute. I don't, I don't know. Oh, so that's if you want to go in global labs and kill dark seekers, you can do that. Ataraxian content have been open for, okay, that's cool. Following items can now be obtained using the Aura armor box. So this is all global lab stuff, right? You can do Black Shrine bosses, I guess. Red Battlefield Garmoth Nest have been changed. Item. Growth support, yes. Tet Blackstar weapon. Godade weapon. Godade weapon? That's a God Eye weapon, I presume. God Eye weapon can be exchanged from non-tradable Tet Blackstar weapons have been added. You can proceed with the request through the NPC, Merindola, the Higher Spirit of Grana, and hand over the Saring Sun Crystal and the non-tradable Tet Blackstar, exchange for a God Eye weapon. Yeah. Exchange God Eye weapons can be registered, cannot be registered on the marketplace. So the thing that they're adding, so the free Tet Blackstars that you get right now, they make it so you can like change that into a God Eye. Yeah. So you just need to go to that Marindora dude, talk to that guy. Blackstone integration of the beginning. Blackstone of the beginning armor has been integrated to change to Blackstone of beginning. The Blackstone of beginning acquired through challenges obtained as the Blackstone of beginning. When attempting to strengthen the narrow equipment, strengthen it with the Blackstone of the beginning regardless of whether it's a weapon or armor. The Black Stone of Beginning, which can be obtained through heating, is also obtained as an integrated Black Stone of Beginning. So they're combining weapon and armor stones in the season, and they're most likely gonna do that in out of season 2 with the regular Black Stones. So this is now one item, one enhancing Blackstone for both weapon and armor. I think it's good. So less annoying that way. Monster. Today patch brings changes to hunting grounds. First, we have increased the expected profit from loot in the Tomb of the Thoughts in the crypt. Valley of Olin, Ash Forest, Gyfen. That is good. Unlike the existing method, the maximum attack power limit small cap for all relevant hunting grounds have been increased to 830. Yeah, so they're doing that because they buffed every single class in the game, and then they also buffed it even more with the add-ons. So now they're making them harder to kill. We have adjusted this so those with the higher equipment can be more efficient. What? We have adjusted this so those with the higher equipment can be more efficient. That doesn't make any sense. However, as the maximum attack power limit increased, the vitality of monsters was adjusted to some extent to prevent them from dying too quickly, and the number of drops was increased to compensate for this. Yeah, I understand why they. I understand that they increase in the AP cap here, but that doesn't make it more efficient for people that have higher equipment. So it is just this line here that I got a little bit. How does it make it more efficient if it's harder to kill? You're capping out either way, right? Me, for example, I go up to 1100. How does that change anything? Like if it's 600 and it goes to 830, how does that make any difference for me? Like you do more damage as cap kicks in later. Oh, but that's not good. Wait. That's not good. Like, that's like the opposite of what I was thinking. I thought that they intended to make it harder. It's not good if they make them easier. Gaifen, you're already killing the monsters before they activate. So you're already skipping the entire mechanic. You're already skipping everything. Like you already kill them before they activate. The other places right here, it's like very end game regions, like end game monster zones. It is already pretty easy, to be honest. So like and especially when they buff the classes and things like that, making it more easy is not good. Yeah, this have to be interpreted more, I think. Uh, subsequently, the expected profit for some of the top hunting grounds have been adjusted upward, including Allen, Ash Forest, One-Eyed Land. That's the Cyclops land, right? City of the Dead. That's good. It's good that they adjust the loot right there. Lastly, we removed all accessory combination materials that drop from the hunting ground and changed it so only finished product can be obtained. Additionally, please note that in order to increase the profit of the hunting ground that drops probability of finished product, the Baraka, Tungrat accessories, and Earring of Dawn have been increased. So they're buffing accessory drops. If this means that they're making it easier, I'm not on board. I think the game is already way too easy, and especially in end game. Gaifen, you're already killing the monsters before they activate. So if this means that it's gonna be easier to kill everything, then I'm not on board with that. Maybe Dekia Ash Forest. They can make Dekia Ash Forest a little bit easier to play. Other than that, I don't see it at all. I don't see a reason why to make it easy. It is already easy. It is so easy that you're skipping the mechanics. Increasing hunting ground revenue. So this is in the crypt. God damn. The crypt changes. Higher damage can be inflicted with higher attack power. Yeah. Is it? Wait, are we capping out in the crypt with 830? Like before 830 right now? That doesn't make any sense. Does it? Like I'm playing with 300 over cap right there. or like even more because we don't know like the number before this. I don't know. Being able to deal higher damage, monster health have been increased. Yeah, so they're compensating here. So they hiring the AP cap, but then they are buffing the HP again on the monsters. So they compensating right there. The number of loot obtained when defeating the following monsters have been increased. Yeah, that's good. With more loot, Aggress Fever have been changed too. Okay. Probability of obtaining the Baraka belt obtained by defeating following monsters have been increased. They increased in the Debo drop. This is just bullshit right there. This is BS. Rasnal can't drop the Baraka belt. I killed Rasnal 35 times. And I have never gotten anything from Rasnal. Never. Even before I started recording, I killed it way more than 35 times. The 35 is just a number when I started counting how many times I killed Rasnal. I killed Rasnal probably 55 times. And 0. 00. That's not going to do anything. Adding 50% maybe. 50 times more. It should be a guarantee. It should be a guarantee if you spawn Rasnal that you always get a Debo. But then they can make it so maybe you spawn a Rasnal every 10 hours, you know? And it's like, oh, you spawn a Rasnal, that's a Debo. You know, it's supposed to be fun to kill this guy. But it's pure misery. Dark Knight, I don't know, no one cares about Dark Knight. Ollens. Changing the AP right there, AP cap, adding more HP. Yeah, making them harder to kill. I mean, that's just evening it out, right? So it's gonna be the same difficulty level, I think. But what is the reason though? Well, what is the why is the reason why they changing? Because I don't really understand this sentence. This doesn't really. I don't get this sentence here. You can grind like more efficient if you have more weapons, but at the same time they're increasing HP on the monsters, right? How is that more efficient? I just don't get it. It sounds like they want to make it easier when they write more efficient. And I don't really I don't see that. And that wouldn't be good either. It wouldn't be good if they made these easier. Dekia Ash Forest, yeah, sure, but like, hey Lionhead, how you doing, buddy? We're going for the global lab here, so they're increasing the Baraka drops as expected. This is very expected. They want to normalize the Debos, and they want to make sure that more people can grind for them, and this is something that every MMO does ever. They just want to normalize it eventually. Approximately 6% Gyfin. More Krugdalo stones. That's good actually. City of the Dead could be buffed a little bit because you're capping out on the grind speed because of the way that they fall down, and then you have to wait for the guy to like teleport, and you have to do that mechanic, right? So you be capping out on loot. But that's that sounds looks good. They could maybe even buff it a little bit more, to be honest. Like free, you should get like 3 to 4 maybe. Yeah. Dark follower bedroom. Dark follower's bedroom. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in the dark follower's bedroom. uh, yeah, yeah. So they buffing. This is all good. It's good that they buff these places when it comes to like money and stuff like that. They don't need to buff the crypt. They don't need to buff Ash Forest unless they make it harder to get the Debos. Maybe they don't know about this, but the way that you make the most money in the game is by making Tete Baraka Debos and selling them on the marketplace. And that way you can make in between 3 and 6 billion per hour. So I always been a fan of maybe making it a little bit harder to acquire the Debo, and then you increase the base price on Debo on the marketplace, so people want to sell the Debo base, and then you increase the trash loot, so you compensate for the money going down, like you compensate for that by adding like more trash loot, more value to I don't know, put a bunch of Kafra stones in the grind spots, or so that I would have rather seen a change like that. This is gonna make it from 3 to 6 billion to this is gonna pump up the numbers to I don't know 4 to 8 billion. So I don't really it's not the good thing right there, but over here, very good. What are these changes? I'm doing great, Larry. Combination process type accessory submaterial item. This is great. So we no longer need to combine to get the Deboraka accessory. So the take away this stuff totally worthless. They should have never combined mid game grind with end game grind anyway. So that's something to think about in the future. Hopefully they don't do that again. The reason why they did this back in the days was because they wanted to give these more value, but not enough people were grinding these, right? And then somewhere along in the middle, it was pretty balanced. Some people grinding, for debos, and they were like, oh, we need to get the stuff right, it's like they put a little bit of value on these items, but then eventually more and more and more people started to do the crypt, and less people less people doing Sakraya, I guess. Yeah, it's just not good. Lower the level of item, become unobtainable. Probability of obtaining some accessories have been changed. Probability of obtaining the Baraka necklace. Yeah, so they just like increasing the probability of getting these items, right? Okay, so to compensate because they're taking away the gaze. Oh, I get it now. Because they're taking away the gazes to compensate for that, because you can still drop the raw drop. They're gonna increase the raw drop a little bit more. I get it now. Yeah, I mean that sounds more reasonable. Now when I understand that. It's the same thing with the Tangrad. Yeah. Some changes will be made in the guild boss subjugation content, which involves accompanying the adventurer on his adventure and defeating the boss and the guild members. Uh, it is a guild boss subjugation content that started with the idea that it would be a fun meeting place where adventurer from the guild you belong to can gather in one place, have fun together, and talk about it. The way I talk about and clear up thoughts about once a week. But it has recently been released. In addition to increasing profit on the hunting grounds, the motivation for participating in guild boss subjugation appears to be insufficient. So the boss loot have been adjusted. In addition, in the guild boss subjugation, where you can encounter mud monsters, Farid and Piturum, inconvenient patterns have been removed for tense battles between the bosses, and now existing patterns have been changed to allow for a more novel battle. ... Starting with the improvement of this guild boss subjugation, we hope that this will become a fun gathering place for more adventurers in the guild. You know what they should do? This is what you need to do, PA. You need to make a guild house. A G house. Everyone can like contribute to put shit in this house, right? And in the guild house, and this is something that you should be able to like work on to craft or manufacture, you should have like a big room that is like round, right? And in this round room, you should have portals like this. And in this room, everyone goes in this room to meet up and be like, oh, let's go kill a boss or whatever. You want to kill that boss, you teleport to that guy. You want to do that guy, you teleport to that dude. You do this guy, you teleport to that dude. Everything in the G house. You know what you can do more in the G house? You can make crafting things with your friends and your guildmates. You can buff up with your platoon before you head out for Node War. A G house. It makes perfect sense. And that is your meeting place. That is your meeting place in the G house. Instead of standing AFK in Vilja, I guess that could be kind of cool sometimes. You can stand AFK in the G house. Or maybe you can do something in the G house. I don't know what you want to do, but that's up to you and your guild, right? Anyways, that would be cool. Make a G house, make mansions more better, make mansions and residences have more of a function in the game. That would be cool. Does this mean that the Tangrad ring will increase in price? Not if they perfectly balance it, no. But if they don't perfectly balance it, yes and no. It could go down in price. It can go up in price. So it all depends on how they take away, like how much percent they add for the raw drop when they take away the, the probabilities for obtaining a red shard and a black shard. So they're gonna have to do some math on that, that's for sure. It can go both ways. It can go all three ways. We'll see what numbers they add to compensate. Guild leader has been changed as followed. The maximum health. Wait, the guild head? Giant monsters? Oh, yeah. They buffing the difficulty of it, so it's harder to kill the monsters, the bosses, which makes sense because they made the game way too easy by buffing everything. So now they have to increase. That's why they do all of these changes, by the way. That's like why they keep on adding more and more. They can't do that to all of the places in BDO because that is too much. So places like, Orc or hex. Like no one is really doing hex anymore, right? So they don't really care about that. They only doing this to like relevant places where they seem fit. So you know, like Gyphon, Ash Forest, for Debo drops and stuff like that, or bosses. We even saw that with the Dark Shrine. They've been buffing the bosses in Dark Shrine too. And they have to do that. They have to do that because otherwise the game the game is unplayable. Twitch Korea crashed. Oh, they're shutting it down right now. They were supposed to shut it down. I don't know when though. Very, very sad. Okay. Request a knowledge. NPC accept daily quest from Dark Follower have been changed. So okay. They changed the NPC or the position. Background NPC effect and cutscenes. They added 2 more. Oh, huge, huge! This is huge. We can have residences in Ulukita. Oh my god! So now you can put your house buff in Ulukita, so you don't need to go all the way back to Heidel or to Altenova. But most people have their residence in Heidel. But this is huge. We've been talking about this many times. Nice. Ulukita silver buff. Stop giving advice to adventurers. That's a douchebag move. Accordingly, the village give advice on his behalf. If you have over a certain amount of silver, you can receive the effect. Oh, so that's okay. Okay, so you get church buff now in Ulukita as well. In the Musgar village, and you don't have to go to the other place to get the church buff. That is also good. That is very good. Very, very good. Improvements have been made, equipped by repaired from NPC Miles in the Old Moon Grand Prix. Oh, UI. Let's see what the UI guy has to offer. If a character has a horse taken out, the horse icon displayed on the character selection screen and character switching screens have been improved so you can check whether the horse is a male or a female. However, if the case of racehorse, oh my god. Okay. If you have a tag and you have the horse on the tag, you should have the horse on both characters. We need a UI guy to be on that. When closing the UI or checking the preset without saving a preset equipment dismount, modification notification has been improved to display that the preset has not been saved. Okay. Among with the notification icon displayed at the bottom of the right screen have been removed. That is good. Take away notification things. Or better yet, make it so players can show or hide all of the notification stuff in the game. Everything. If you don't want to see your pet blinking, if you don't want to see your horse blinking, if you don't want to see your agris blinking, if you don't want to see the black spirit blinking in the left, like in the corner, right corner, if you don't want to get that little text like, oh, you feel a tremendous powerful thing happening in the world, like take that away. Like make people be able to take that away. And all of the notification, like, you know, X adventure have completed C free, bamboozle guy. Make it so you can change that, so you don't need to see that all the time. Same thing with the Puppy War. Like, why the fuck would you ever want to see the Puppy War every 5 minutes? No, it's unnecessary. Unnecessary. So make it more adjustable for people to change and show and hide things. That would be cool. The following phenomenon occurred with the scholar character have been corrected. So this is scholar fixes. Issue where the Olikita area main quest could not be completed. Okay. Issue with the Black Spear was informed of a quest could not be accepted. Okay. Special growth, unnatural dialogue has been correct. Okay. Typos in sentence. Okay. Issue where the no. It's only this one that is like worth reading. The issue where players would immediately not be moved to the gravity core. That's the vacuum. In their path has been installed and the gravity core has been fixed. So now that happens. These are the there is a few issues with the scholar that they have to fix. The C buff doesn't work if you press C. Doing the skill and activating the C buff while doing the skill with the SE, it does way too low damage. And you have to do that to get the C buff because you can't press C. So they need to fix that. They also have to, if they want to make it feel better to play, they need to like take away some of the effect from the character so you can see the character more clearly. Otherwise, because you have to hold down many of the skills to prolong the skill, otherwise you don't know where you are in the skill animation. So they have to make it so you can see the character a little bit more clearly. And then there's probably a few other things that I don't know about, but that's two of the main things that I want them to fix ASAP. Okay. Issue where the wallpaper and flooring installed of the following residences was not visible have been fixed. That is good. Yeah, that is everything of the global labs. To sum it all up, they've been working on the PvP foremost PvP changes for all of the classes here. To take away a few gaps of the protections, making characters more protected. So that's what they're trying to do here with all of the class changes. And then they are making this GVG thing, which is amazing. Guild GVG game mode. I love it. Doing some attraction changes right there. So you can teleport to the dungeon and you don't need to do the quest to be able to do the dungeon before you go into it. Increasing base energy to 20, 30 to 50, so everyone gets 20 more energy. Adding the entrances to BDO like this. Kinda expected. Because they've been in the game for so long, and why have them in the game if you're not gonna open them up, you know? It's like, oh, here's the entrance, but it's shut. It's the same thing in that dungeon at Star's End, right? It's like you can't go in there. Well, what is in there? I wonder. Changing the teleport right there. Navigation changes, that's cool. Processing things. Some global lab changes. Opening up Olikita in global lab, that's pretty cool. Black Star weapon you can make, the one you get for free, you can make that into a God Eye. combining the season Blackstones into one Blackstone. They most likely gonna do that on the regular server too. Changing grind spots. So they increasing the cap right there, but they're also increasing the monster HP. So we see what that turns out to be. They're also increasing the drop rate on the Deberakas and Tungrad accessories, because they're taking away the gazes and the shard from the game. So like they're taking away these stuff. So they have to increase and also these stuff, right? So they have to increase the raw drop of the original drop, you know. What else did they do? They're changing these guild subjugation bosses to be a little bit more rewarding. This is pretty huge. They should have added this at the release, but changing a few NPCs and adding residences in Ulikita at the city that is close to Darkseekers, so you don't need to go back to Heidel to buff up. That's pretty huge. UI guy with the horses here, I don't really see it this time, UI guy, but keep on doing great work, UI guy. Hopefully they can make it so if you tag a character, your horse is gonna be on both characters. That's what I hope. And then just a few fixes here. They need to add more fixes to Scholar, because there's way more issues than this on the Scholar. And I believe if they change a few more of them, the more important ones, the Scholar can be a very, 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 very nice class.